They're being called in, and they're off for the Christmas cracker. That is the William Hill King George VI Steeplechase Grade 1. Long run is taken quite wide in the early stages by Sam Whaley-Cohen. Q Card is right up there, as expected, together with Silviniaco Conti on the outside long run. Those are the first three. And Q Card and Silviniaco Conti just clashed in the air. Dynast is racing in fourth, and Alpha Off is in fifth, and Riverside Theatre in sixth as they take the open ditch. Fence number 2, which they're all safe. Menora, Mount Ben Bulben at the rear of the field together with Champion Court. And it is Q Card and Joe Tizard who takes them now into the back straight. It's gone on by a neck to in second place Silviniaco Conti. A length away, Long Run is racing in third. The first of the greys is Dynast in fourth, 2 lengths away to Alpha Off in fifth place. And then a further length and a half to Riverside Theatre, Champion Court, Menora, and now the Irish Raider Mount Ben Bulben is at the back of the field. Going now towards fence number 3, the first one down the back. Q Card will have the lead here by about half a length, and they're all safely over. Over in second place, Silviniaco Conti, and then a length away is Long Run. Followed then 3 lengths back now by Dynast and Alpha Off as they take the next plain fence down the back straight. Menora has made a couple of places, moves upon the outside of Riverside Theatre. Champion Court just been nudged along in the early stages, and Mount Ben Bulben is at the back of the field as they go over the second ditch. Q Card really attacked that fence, jumps it well, and down there at the back of the field is Riverside Theatre. Riverside Theatre has unseated the rider, and Champion Court has also unseated the rider. So Champion Court and Riverside Theatre are both out of the race at the second open ditch, the fifth. Both horses are racing on without their riders, both unseated. Both riders getting to their feet as now they make the turn into the home straight the first time, and it is Q Card who leads. Silviniaco Conti racing in second, Long Run, length and a half away in third. Dynast is in fourth as they come down to the first fence taken in the home straight. And then Alpha Off, who is then being followed by Menora, and at the back of the field, depleted field now of only 7, Mount Ben Bulben. First one in the home straight, all safely over, and it is Q Card who still leads the parade. On then towards fence number 8. Q Card and Joe Tizard lead. Silviniaco Conti in second. Did that one really well. Then on the outside came Long Run. There was a mistake by Menora, who landed very steeply there. Richard Johnson just had to go to the buckle end. They race on towards the fence, which will be the last in a circuit's time in the King George. And Q Card gets into the roots of that fence. Long Run jumps it well on the outside, and he's now coming through to take a close second. And then Silviniaco Conti racing between horses, and then the brace of greys. Dynast on the inside of Alpha Off, a length and a half back to Menora. Mount Ben Bulben still waited with at the back of the field Danny Mullins as they make the run down the side of the course. They're going through the halfway point of the 2013 running of the William Hill King George, and already down to just the 7 of them. Q Card still has the lead over Silviniaco Conti, still taken wide. Long Run, a deliberate ploy here by Sam Whaley-Cohen. He's gone wide throughout as they come over the next plain fence. Dynast next, followed by Alpha Off, who just got nudged away from that fence. Menora's not travelling at all. He's again ridden away from that fence, and last is Mount Ben Bulben over the penultimate open ditch, and all 7 are safely over. So about now to make the run into the back straight, and they still have 7 more fences to take, and about a mile to go at this point. Q Card still leads. Silviniaco Conti in second, now 2.5 lengths back to the dual winner, Long Run, who's now just been nudged along for the first time by Sam Whaley-Cohen, and Dynast is making ground through on his inside. Alpha Off is in fifth, and then closing up, so the pace may have just slowed a fraction on this particularly soft part of the ground. Menora and Mount Ben Bulben. First one down the back, Q Card steadies into this, didn't see a stride, but still led by about a length. Mount Ben Bulben was not fluent at the back of the field, as now Q Card once again presses on, going towards fence number 13 in the King George. Q Card comes to it, jumps it by a length and a half. Better there than nearest pursuers, Silviniaco Conti and Dynast, who hit that fence at Alpha Off, has now taken third. Long Run is losing ground as Mount Ben Bulben now begins to side through the field. He's taken fourth as they go over the final open ditch, and Q Card just simply soared over that fence, didn't touch a twig. Coming now towards the fourth from home, it is Q Card out in front, quick, economical over it. Over in second, Silviniaco Conti Mount Benvolven again wasn't fluent there, and he's surrendered ground once more as they make the turn. They have half a mile to go in the King George. Q-Card still has the lead. His shadow throughout on the outside has been Silviniaco Conti, and these two now are pressing on, and they've now gone 6 lengths clear of Alfarov, who begins to paddle around the outside. Long Run tries to stay on. Mount Benvolven, Dinast has not fired, and neither has Menora, and here's the third from home in the King George. Q-Card jumps in supremely well. A bad mistake by the beaten Long Run at the time. Good recovery. Down towards a second from home, and it is Q-Card who's simply trying to gallop them into the ground. Q out in the King George. Q-Card, another immaculate leap. Joe Tizard steals a peak. He has a lead of 2.5 lengths. Silviniaco Conti rallying again in the hands of Noel Feely as they come down towards the final fence, and Silviniaco Conti has taken the lead over the final fence. Q-Card now with 3 lengths to 5 and racing up towards the line. It is going to be a record 8th win in the King George for trainer Paul Nichols as Silviniaco Conti wins the King George. Q-Card was in second, Alfarov in third, Mount Benvolven finished in fourth, and going at the final fence down was Long Run.
First, number 9, Silviniaco.